Welcome to my July vlog. Okay, that's a very awkward intro. Okay, so basically what happened in July is almost every place is reopened, which is great because now I can go to restaurants, to cafes, to the sports place, and to meet my friends, which are all amazing. I really enjoyed it. I'm so happy about it. But with the opening up, it also brings some other things as well. Like all of a sudden, I need to do a lot of admin work, some small house projects here and there, fix some things, and run some errands. So a lot of these things happened at the same time, which is kind of overwhelming, and I got a bit stressed as well. Okay, let's just get started. The swimming pool was reopened, and this was the first day I went back. There are several time slots throughout the day with a maximum capacity of 24 spots, and you have to buy the tickets online. This is people waiting outside with 1.5-meter distance. You need to put on your swimsuit at home already, so you can't really change there, and you also cannot use the shower or toilet there. Anyway, I was truly happy to be back there because for me, that day marked the beginning of getting back to normal life. The tennis court was reopened since 1st of July, so I started to take tennis training as well. Luckily for tennis, you're like hundreds of meters away from each other. It was really nice to finally be able to go back to the court because I was looking forward to it. But the thing is, I was so bad at it, like so bad. And a few times after I hit the ball just went straight up instead of forward. And I was even too scared to look where the ball is. I just like cover my head and kind of like, duck. It was too hard to watch. I feel really bad for my coach because he doesn't deserve to see that. I just had my second tennis training and I'm so embarrassed because I am so bad at it. I can't believe how clumsy and how uncoordinated I am. It's frustrating. Just had my third training. I feel like I've made a tiny little bit of progress. It was better than last time. This was the first time I take the public transport, and also the first time I wear a face mask. So I googled how to wear it properly. So obviously you put it on one side of the ear, and you put it on another side. And then you need to cover it down here over your chin. And then very important is you need to tight the gap here next to your nose so it's properly sealed. Lucky for me, I don't really have much of a nose, so not a big problem. The train station was quite empty. In the train, there are stickers to tell you where you can sit, so basically one person per 2 seats. From what I saw, everyone was wearing a face mask. The restaurants and cafes all have tables and seats outside, and it was so nice to see people out there again. Finally feels a bit normal. I was so happy to see my friend again, and the sweet potato fries was so good. I also tried baking as well, of course. Apparently, that's what you're supposed to do during the lockdown. This is supposed to be chocolate chip cookie, but I don't have any chocolate chip, so I don't know what it is. It tastes okay though. And some more cookies. But of course I injured myself and burned myself. So I've tried baking, it's amazing, it's great. It's also very dangerous for me, so I think I'm good for now. Just 居然还挺好吃的。
就给孩子之后嘛，还就冲这几个做。
但是 miso，
哎，这个有古代人的味道哎，
那什么桃园三结义是吧？
差不了多少。
Cheers， 祝你一切顺利。
一切顺利，
谢谢。
You might like it.
Might do.
Oh my god. Okay, this is boring.
Sorry. Shake it up.
And here comes the less fun part, the chores part. So I need to fix my floor, I need to fix my garden. Well, to be honest, it's kind of unfixable, but I still need to try. I need a new energy contract. Actually, I got a letter from the regional energy supplier or whatever saying if I don't have a new energy contract by this date, they're gonna shut down hot water in my house. And I was like, is that a real thing? Can you actually do that to people? But anyway, as you can imagine, it's very stressful. And of course, the energy company got my contract wrong for the first time. So I have to make 5 more calls to cancel my first contract and start my second contract. And then the best story goes to my car, which you will see in a bit. This is the bank. It's so empty. And it's just hilarious how it works. So you and the staff sit in 2 different rooms and you talk to each other via Skype. These are the devices to fix my floor. I don't know what they are, but they sure make a lot of noise. These are some gardening tools. It's weirdly soothing to watch this. I don't know why. I broke my oven because apparently I was using it wrong for 3 years. The technician also told me a bunch of common sense on how to use oven. I guess I should have read the menu. I'm definitely not complaining or whining about any of these because I do think they are just normal life events that everyone needs to deal with. If anything, they're more like wake-up calls for me because in the past, I have the tendency to take shortcuts in things like this because, to be honest, I am horrible at these things. And that is why in the past I try to, stay distant with it and just have someone else take care of it. And now it is my time to... I guess there's just no shortcut in life. You thought you're having it easy, but you're not. Because one day, someday in the future, you're gonna have to repay your debt. We're not Lannisters, but we need to pay our debt one way or another. So I'm really not complaining. I'm actually glad that it's happening and I need to learn it. I need to learn how to do it. The only thing is it kind of all happened at the same time, so it was just a bit overwhelming. But anyway, now that I have done it, I know I can do it, even though it still takes me twice the time as for someone else because I'm still bad at these things, but at least I know I can do it. So I'm not intimidated by these things anymore, and next time I would know better how to do it. So don't try to run away from things you should be doing because you can't, and they will catch up, and by that time it will be an ugly fight. So just deal with it, just do it, because you can. I just had my very first applique check this morning. So there are problems with my tires, like 2 of them. 2 out of 4 are not in good condition. That's like 50% of the wheels are not working properly. And the rain brush is broken. A light in the back is also not working, which I had no idea about. Like a lot of things need to be fixed. And now they're gonna make an offer for me with the cost of all these repairs, and I feel a bit, I don't know, like I wouldn't have any idea if the costs are fair or if they're gonna overcharge me, for example, because I know nothing about cars. But it was fun though. My very first APK experience.
The next day.
So today I got my offer back and it is a shocking 800 euro. So I was freaking out. I didn't know what to do because I don't want to spend that much money on it, of course. Luckily, a very kind friend helped me out. He took a look at my car and offer and he gave me some recommendations, like there are other garage I can go to, or there are websites that I can buy the tires myself, which is supposed to be cheaper. So I guess I will have to check those out. He also told me something shocking. I mean, like, shocking. Apparently, you're supposed to maintain your car every year or every certain kilometers. And you're supposed to put air into your tire once in a while. Anyway, I was doing none of that in the past 2 years when I was driving the car. So I was not taking care of my car. I'm also not the most careful driver neither, to be honest. And that's probably why I need to fix so many things of my car and it's costing me so much money. I guess those things are like common sense to most people, but I don't know, I just feel so stupid that I don't know it. And I guess someone just has to learn it the hard way, the expensive way. Anyway, I went to a different garage and got a new offer. Still cost me a lot of money, but it was a little bit better. But just 3 days after I fixed my car, I can't believe I parked like this. Like, what the fuck? Who does that? I tried to reverse out of this, but I got stuck. And I heard something coming from the bottom of my car. Doesn't sound good.
Many minutes later.
So do I need to do anything in my
Nou,
car?
zo. Nee, ja, nee, je kan het zand goed als. Let's try. Let's see. I think it works fine. If you yeah.
Put it in the
Neutral?
yes, neutral.
Oh my god, I'm so nervous. I have to mute here because I was screaming in the car. But it worked. So eventually I got out, but apparently I damaged my car again. So basically what happened is I accidentally drove my car over the curb. I guess that's how it's called. And I was stuck there. I tried to move forward and backward, but it didn't work because I was stuck. So the girl was walking by and she noticed me because my car was making this loud noise because it was like stuck in the sand and I was trying to get out. So she looked at me and I looked back at her and eventually I just said to her, "Yay, I'm stuck." Like, I don't even know why I did this. Then at the time, she just walked away. I mean, of course, anyone would walk away from that bizarre situation. So I tried a couple more times, it still didn't work, and I went back into the stadium to the reception. I asked them for help, and they just told me to call the troller company, basically. So I just went outside back to the parking lot, and I was already checking on my phone the number for the troller company. I was ready to call them and pay, I don't know, maybe 200 euro. And then the girl was looking for me and she said maybe they have something that can help me. So her partner or friend was also there and they have a car, and in their car they just had that rope. So the guy said maybe he can try to pull my car out of there using that rope. So they just attached one side to my car, another side to their car. And then you kind of saw what happened. I got into my car, they started their car, and they just pulled me out. Okay, that's probably a very boring description of the process, but trust me, it was thrill. I mean, obviously I'm not happy about it because now I need to spend some more on fixing my car. But at the same time, I also feel incredibly lucky to have received such amazing kindness from strangers. So thank you for saving my sorry ass today. I don't even know your name, but your kindness definitely make the world a better place, at least for me. And I am gonna get one of those ropes for my car. I guess things work out in mysterious ways. I am back to the same parking lot and I'm staying the fuck away from that spot. But with everything that's happening, I got very stressed and I started to have sleeping problems. I would wake up at 3 or 4 sometimes. So I went to see my family doctor and he told me to get a blood test first. I was not looking forward to walking to a hospital though. I think hospital is just one of those weird places where it triggers a lot of emotions, like the airport, the hospital, train station. When I was in the waiting room to get the blood test, I don't know why, but I just melted a little bit. Like, it just all of a sudden it felt like too much. It must be the low blood sugar and the blood test. Let me explain a bit what happened exactly. So all those chores that you saw previously was only a small part of what happened in July, and there are other things, more energy consuming things that happened as well. So all of these happened at the same time and I got very stressed, of course. And you know what people say, that your mind and your stomach are kind of connected? I mean, I don't know who exactly said it, but I'm pretty sure someone said it. So when I'm feeling stressed or in anxiety, the first thing that acts out is always my stomach. I easily get stomach cramp or bloating or acid reflux, which is what's happening in this case. So I get really bad acid reflux at night, which is why I cannot sleep for long. And when you are in this sleep deprivation, you can't heal, you can't recover properly as well. So it's kind of like a vicious circle. I can't sleep well at night, I wake up super early, I cannot recover during the day, and I have acid reflux, and it just kind of keeps going like this. It doesn't matter what I eat, how much I eat, when I eat. I just get stomach cramps right afterwards and I get so bloated and it's just horrible. I was under sleep deprivation. Fuck this word. Deprivation. Okay, let's start again. So what you just saw that day when I was in the car was kind of my lowest point. I was already under sleep deprivation for a couple days in a row at that time, and I was feeling like crap. And also that morning was just so intense and so stressful, so I kind of snapped. I got my test result back, and apparently I have some infections in my belly. And yes, I had to ask the doctor, was it a COVID infection? And he told me no. I mean, I felt a bit stupid of asked that, but I just had to. So I have some infections and I got some pills to help me cleanse my stomach. I have been taking those pills for a couple weeks and I am feeling better. So if you ever feel the same, where you think life just gets a bit too much and a bit too tough and you can't get through it, well, I mean, those are valid feelings and they are real and you have every right to feel that way. But it doesn't mean that it will stay like that forever, and it doesn't mean you can't get better. And actually, after that day, I was slowly getting better day by day. Of course, I still have bad days and the recovery process is always a back and forth, but in general, I am getting better. Slowly. I'm not gonna give you the inspirational talk to tell you to just stay strong, to hang in there, you will get better, just try a bit harder. I'm not gonna say any of that to you because we don't need to hear that. We know it. I guess what I'm really trying to say here is if you don't feel well, either you're frustrated or stressed or anything, acknowledge those feelings and embrace those feelings because they're real and they're valid, and you have the right to not feel good. Just take a break to do nothing and don't even bother of trying to get better if you don't feel like it or if you're not ready. Just be there and do nothing. It's fine. And that day will come where you feel like you have a little bit energy to do better, to get better, and then you can. I feel like I'm not making much sense right now, but I hope you get a grasp of what I'm trying to say here. In conclusion, I think the most important thing is to take care of yourself. And it's not just on paper or something you say, it's to actually take the time, the effort, the attention and patience for yourself. And that will be my full focus in the coming weeks or even month as well, is to, just take care of myself both mentally and physically. I hope you enjoyed this video and I wish everyone a lovely day. And let's kick some Godzilla in the ass.